This is the second part of 100 Days of Survival on a train in the infected apocalypse. This episode is filled with events and innovations. The infection is speeding up. It is catching up to us step by step, making it increasingly difficult to survive. In addition, in this episode, we will see several wonders of the world, climb the Eiffel Tower, and pass tests in the Egyptian pyramids, as well as get to the location Barren Sands. This is a wasteland controlled by one person, and his name is Baron. His people are watching, and they will not let strangers through. And of course, the infected will continue to evolve and become even stronger. Day 24. The first thing I saw when I came out of my house are monsters. The beginning of the day, of course, is interesting. The first thing I did today is made my own observation tower so that huge mutants could be seen from afar. Today, I wanted to explore the surroundings of this location. Fortunately, I had a boat on which I could safely move around the swamp. For those who didn't watch the last episode, I will tell you. The point of the survival is to get to the final destination, which is called the Oasis. And we can overcome a huge distance by train, fighting with thousands of infected monsters and passing through various locations. And we are currently in one of these locations. Exploring these locations is very important because we can find resources that will be needed in later stages of survival. But you can't just go through all of these locations so easily. In this place, the swamp, in order to drive further, you need to complete all the tasks of the survivals, the base of which we found in the last episode. And of course, I'm just very interested in exploring this content-filled world that my team has prepared for me. And yes, the first thing I decided to do was to visit the gas station, because in the last episode, as you remember, the monsters just didn't let me do it. Come on, who would want these flying creatures as pets? I honestly wouldn't like that. Yes, in the last episode, the infected forced me to retreat, but today, it's not gonna happen again. Okay guys, the main thing here is to keep calm and maneuver! Okay, can we be friends? Maybe peace? Tell me, what do you want? Get away from me! Very careful. The first thing, of course, is to check what's in the trash can. And in it, we'll find ammo and a stick. Not bad. Oh, I can hear someone else. There's somebody else in here. Huh? What? I don't even know what to call it. After dealing with the mutant, I began to search the gas station. I found a cute plush creeper toy, an interesting note, as well as a very unusual object. Look, there's this object called spontaneous events. Well, what's that? Where did it go? Look, what's in my lower left corner of the screen? What is this line? What I found by accident in this survival made it 5 times as difficult. Now, after a certain period of time, random events will occur on the map. We can track them with the help of line of the events. As soon as a certain icon reaches the arrow, this event occurs, and we never know what kind of event it will be. Good or bad, we can only guess from the picture. It wasn't until later that I realized how hardcore this update was. Good morning, friends. The 25th day began with bad weather. As you can see, I made myself this window so that I could see what is happening outside. On the 25th day, I decided to go to the survivors' camp to finally complete the task, because I had collected all the petals that I needed. Okay, let's walk on foot because there's no point to use the boat. Basically, friends, the most important thing is that our train is standing still, not going anywhere. Now we have to continue to explore that territory because I don't know what's there at all. Well, first of all, we'll complete the task to already deal with everything here. When I got to the survivor's base, I came to complete the task. In return, I was thanked for my help and given 1 skulk, and also offered to take a new task. I of course agreed. Our guys went missing. They went on a little hike and they're not getting in touch. This job is serious. I cherish every person there. Can you go and check what happened? I hope they're fine. These are the coordinates of that place. There are skyscrapers there, and be careful. The weather cleared. On the same day, I decided to collect my wheat because it was all ripe, and I also went to my train to grab a trolley so that I can conveniently move around the swamp because there are several railways here. Okay, friends, the weather has cleared and we're going on our journey. Like this, friends, we're riding our trolley. Look at how cool it looks. And we're going 70 kilometers an hour, by the way. Wow. First of all, of course, I wanted to complete the task, but in addition, I also thought that it'd be cool to explore new places. Okay, friends, I'm entering a new location. Although it's still a swamp, it still feels new. I had an option in which direction to go, and I decided to go left, to the high-risers, and quickly try to find survivors. Okay, look! There's some swamp dwellers here. Look at that swamp monster, he just destroyed a parasite. After dealing with a small group of infected, I decided to wait out the night somewhere, because it was too late to return home. And I noticed such a house, a barn basically. I decided to seal all the holes and wait for the morning. Okay friends, good morning. It's more or less calm outside, except that I see some kind of wings. Oh, you scared me! Survival is really really hardcore because I have this much ammo left and only my axe. So when I entered the skyscraper, I immediately began to look for useful and interesting loot. But there were problems with it because I remind you that there is very little loot in this survival, which adds even more difficulty. Yeah, not to say that there's a lot of loot here. I'm really hoping to find some ammo. I'll go carefully because the house is pretty ruined. I think I'll just break these doors down. Okay, an Uzi magazine. Great. Oh, there's some kind of board outside the window. Some ammo for the AK-47, but I have a 74. Ugh, it won't fit. I decided to go up to the top floor because there might be something cool on these rooftops. And I wasn't wrong. There was a chest with some ammo for the AK. Look, who's sitting there? Maybe it's a survivor. Okay, I have to go check it out. In order not to go down, I decided to dig up some blocks and bridge to the second skyscraper. But of course, I was attacked by a monster. In the moment, I almost died, thus ending the survival. Well, get away from me. 2.5 HP. 2.5 HP. We need to eat some cookies. Fast. And so I began to bridge to that very skyscraper. And all of a sudden, I was attacked by a bird. I don't know how I survived. It's just a miracle. I have to be very careful, especially with these big monsters. She could have thrown me off the bridge and that would be the end. Look, it seems to be the survivors. At last, we need help. Report to the captain. Let them bring reinforcements. It was just great news. I found the survivors, so it was possible to complete the task. But first of all, I decided to go home because it was already evening. Good morning, friends. I woke up and noticed this weird icon. Can you see it? I don't even know what it could be, but let's wait until it gets to the arrow. And also, as you can see, I have absolutely no food and I'm hungry. I have 5 cookies left. I definitely think we need to harvest the wheat and make the second floor for our farm. I knew that there was no point in making a cool fancy base because our most important base would always be our train. But at the same time, the food was running out, and what options did I have? I decided to make a second floor for my farm to grow more wheat at least for a while. I spent all my logs on the farm, so I had to restore the reserves. On the 28th day, I was gathering wood. On day 29, I decided to complete the task, for which I received another task and skulk. According to our new mission, somewhere nearby there is a bunker where a very large monster lives, apparently in the form of a boss, and we need to destroy it. Throughout the survival, I gathered 4 skulk and decided to go to the merchant. For a long time, I was choosing what to buy, and... Piranha launcher. Launch a dangerous omnivorous fish at an enemy target. Sounds good. It turned out that this gun just didn't want to shoot, but at one time in the chest I found some dead piranhas, and perhaps this is the ammo. Okay guys, I think I have some piranhas somewhere in the train car. I remember looting them. Okay, 11 pieces, look. And now it should work. Let's give it a try. Awesome, look. Let's help the piranha get into the water so that it's in its habitat. Hey, why are you biting me? Okay guys, with this thing, I think I'm unstoppable. On the 30th day, I went to explore new places. Don't eat my lever. So, come on. I don't think this works very well. Why did the piranha become like a head? What is this? In a sense, this weapon with piranhas is simply useless, but very fun. So guys, I need to find Skulk here. Maybe it's in that box. Yeah, it's in that box. Look, there's also a bunch of mags for all the guns. Let's see what else is in here. A cauldron with an awesome, probably delicious soup. After looting up this dungeon, I decided to go further along the way of the railways. There, I saw a huge shed. By the way, it looks like a building from a very famous popular game. So, come on, piranhas, don't let me down, please. Come on, you got this. I can definitely say that this is the most useless weapon that I have ever used. Entering the building, I saw a small parkour area waiting for me, and at the end of it, I found a box with a book and quill. Finally, my developments have yielded results. I invented this clock. They can track the stage of the infection of the planet. But it is unlikely that it'll be useful to anyone. Nothing is happening. Maybe they need to be cleaned. I'm not sure. In the middle, there was this train. It looked very interesting. And there was also enough boxes around, so I decided to concentrate on finding the best loot possible. I didn't notice how dark it was, so I decided to go home. Day 30. I got so carried away with exploring the location that I completely forgot about the infection, and it was already approaching my house. No way! Look, while I was completing the tasks, I didn't even notice. What? It turns out that the infection is already here, and the beacons are also here as well. Oh my god, look at how big this is. The monsters are already spawning here. Okay, we need to get out of here as quickly as possible. I already knew that I would soon have to leave this place, so I started to complete the tasks of the survivors as soon as possible, so that the road would be open for me. Okay guys, we have to hurry. I want to go there now and see what kind of towers there are, but you understand that the infection is already very close, and I feel that in the coming days, we should definitely get out of here. In the future guys, if you play in the survival, then my most important advice is to watch the infection, because if you're not careful, it will completely capture you and there will be no options left. The infection was already approaching, and I still decided to loot the locations which I haven't explored. I don't know what you would do in my place. Maybe you will say I'm a fool. I hope you don't think that way though. But I was too interested. For this, I was willing to risk my whole survival. And I can definitely say that going here was not a mistake, because I found some fuel for the train. The train doesn't work without it, and as you know, if the train stops, we won't be able to escape from the infection. And in this case, the survival will most definitely end. I didn't waste any more time, and on the same day, I went to the bunker where there's some kind of big monster. Okay friends, since time is running out, I decided to first of all deal with the boss, who should be in this bunker. Okay, apparently, according to these things, this monster has the ability to break down doors and use them like some kind of barriers. By the way, it is closed here. Maybe there's some other entrance. Okay, I found it. Let's go. Alright, watermelons, ammo, excellent. Going into this abandoned bunker, I didn't find any monster, only ammo, gapples, and other resources. The bunker seemed to have nowhere else to go. But when I dove into the pool, I saw a secret passage. After swimming a little further, I fell into a room, you could say a cave, and here a monster was waiting for me. Oh my gosh, and here's a super boss. Guys, a terrible ancient mummy. I don't even have any blocks left. Oh my god, where did I end up? This boss summoned its minions, smaller mummies. I fought a similar boss in the nuclear apocalypse, but here he was very powerful. Come on, a little more. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, let's go. First of all, so much XP dropped from the boss. And also in the box, I found this cute creature. I think it's some sort of plush toy. I also found a hole in the underwater cave and I was able to get out. Okay, the sun will be setting soon. For starters, I have to put all my things away because I have a full inventory. On the morning of the 31st day, I decided to harvest the wheat, make myself some bread, and go complete the task that I destroyed the monster. Oh, you've done it! Thank you for everything you've done for us. Good luck. We've opened the way for you, and we'll fight the infection here. We'll hold it back as soon as we can. As a reward, take a few skulks. That was great news. I immediately went to the merchant and checked what I could buy. So guys, they gave me 5 skulks. I think I'll buy myself this freight car so I can put all my things in it. And that's it. I'll save the rest for some other day. By the way, if you think I'm not paying attention to the strip in the bottom corner, no, I'm paying attention to it. The icon is moving in some chaotic order, but mostly in changes at night. After walking around this place for a little bit, I saw a plane that crashed and there was a huge number of mutants around it. It was a massive brawl. There's actually so many of them here. Look, someone tried to make a canopy here, like their mini base. Okay, there's diamonds, ammo, wheat. Okay, ammo. Oh, skulk, great. After that, I was pretty lucky and found another skulk. I decided to move on that day because time was running out really quickly and the infection could soon catch up to us. And then something unforeseen happened. You could see that the icon almost reached the arrow, and for a reason, because it was at this point that the event occurred. Minecraft froze for a second, and after that, a horde of zombies appeared. What's that? My game crashed. Oh my god, look at where the icon is. It's right on the arrow. I had to defend myself. It was so unusual to look at these green standard zombies after I had lived so many days in the zombie apocalypse. Okay guys, I've dealt with all the zombies. They even broke my chest plate. Oh, this is just insane. The place where the massacre with the zombies occurred is an industrial zone. I found a lot of fuel and ammunition and decided to go back to the train. I then drove the train closer to the zone because I was afraid that during the night the infection would reach me. What are these spawning? Oh my god, let's destroy them. Okay, that should give us some time, but I feel like this isn't good at all. That's where my train is right now. I want to hitch another wagon that I bought, put all the things in it, and get out of here as soon as possible. Okay, skulk, a wagon, wheat, let's take everything we can. So we have some inventory space here. We're gonna throw all of our resources and keep going. Okay, I poured all the fuel into the train and now we're gonna be on our way. I quietly stopped near the industrial zone and started waiting for the morning. I've been playing these 100 days not for too long, but I can already say that this survival is 100% different from the others. Instead of building an ordinary house somewhere underground, underwater, or in some plains, we live in a train, using it as transport and storing all of our things in it. So this is quite unusual. I've never had a single survival where a train was my home, which makes this survival truly exclusive. On the next day, the only place that I didn't loot was the port. It was a great place because I found a lot of resources there. There was even a huge monster, but I decided to go around it because I was still saving some ammo. After looting the port, I returned to the train and decided to move on. There were no barriers, so I drove into the tunnel. Let's get out of here! On the next day, I finally got out of the long tunnel. There was again a swamp around me, but in a sort of different format. There were massive trees around me, and even sometimes there were these houses, next to which I stopped and looted. The road to the next destination was very long. On day 34 and 35, I was on the road, passing very beautiful places, mountains, rivers, and forests. But by the morning of day 36, I finally reached a very interesting location. It turns out that this is it, the very first wonder of the world that I saw in the survival. It was the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is a metal structure in the center of Paris, named after the chief designer Gustave Eiffel. It was built in 1989, and it is 300 meters tall. And in this survival, my favorite builders made this schematic variant. Well, or you can call it an approximate copy. Throughout the survival, you and I will encounter various wonders of the world that we can explore. And first in line, we have the Eiffel Tower. Well, friends, here I parked my train. I'm standing on the platform at the train station, and here we have the Eiffel Tower. Would you look at that? Okay, first of all, let's go around the station, see what's here. I really hope that we'll be able to find a lot of good loot here, because we have a lot of problems with ammo and food. By the way, despite the fact that we have already survived here for 36 days, there are still problems with food. In addition to the tower, there was also a small village. But first of all, I decided to go to the Eiffel Tower. The closer I got, the bigger it seemed to be, and it was all overgrown. I think it's because of the apocalypse. Downstairs, I was greeted by a couple of monsters that I dealt with quickly, and began to climb the stairs to the top. At some moments, it was even quite dangerous. Okay, honestly, this is a little scary. Given that the stairs are hanging in the air, I almost fell. Going higher, there was a lot of barbed wire, a few boxes of cool resources, and from here there was just an awesome view of the entire nearby area. In addition, there was some note that I decided to read. Day 50. I don't know how to entertain myself on this tower. It's the only place where it is safe. It's good that I put hay bales at the bottom and can safely jump off as it softens the fall. But sometimes you must go down the stairs, and yes, there's a blockade at the top, so I can't climb up. And the tower there slowly leans to the side. Let's hope that it doesn't completely break off. Look, it really is a little tilted. That's interesting. Well, okay guys, this is a real wonder of the world, and we can literally visit it in our survival. Wait, so what? You're telling me he jumped from here? No guys, I'm afraid of heights. What are you? I'm not jumping, no! Let's go! Wow! Oh my god! And just 3 seconds later, it dawned on me that it was very risky, and this survival series could have ended right here. Why did I jump now? I should have done it when I had full HP. At least I had some armor on. Oh my god. Why did I do that? That was so random. After that, I decided to keep exploring this area. We visited the Eiffel Tower, ticked the box, and now I'm gonna keep going. I don't really want to stay here for one more day, so I'll loot everything and leave right away. Look at that monster. Alright, cool. Now that's what I like to see. A fire extinguisher right in the air. This is Minecraft. I mean, this is actually a very interesting area because we just left the swamp and we can finally see real greenery, vegetation. I don't even know how long this will last though. Ooh, potatoes. Alright, I'm gonna eat them right now. In the shed, I actually found a lot of food. And the good news was that we still have a small village ahead. It was in it that I hope to find the resources that I lack. The resource problem in this survival is really different from all my previous ones. In these houses I found food, ammo, iron, water, and so on, and it was very helpful. Even though night was already coming and more monsters appeared, I looted all the houses and was especially glad I looted the last one, because there I found a very interesting thing. An enchanting table, guys! An enchanting table, let's go! I didn't even want to go loot this house, but look at this! This is definitely the coolest thing I found in this survival. And look, my armor is almost broken. fine. So let's run to the train and get out of here as soon as possible. Because as you can see, monsters are already waiting for me. Oh my god, alright. When I finally dealt with the monsters, I kept going to the train, and as soon as I reached it, I turned on the engine and skedaddled from here right away, on my way to explore this beautiful world ahead of me. On the morning of day 37, one day on the road, and I was already leaving a new tunnel when a desert appeared right in front of me. The feeling of the Wild West didn't leave me until I saw the pyramids. One of the wonders of the world is the Egyptian pyramids right in our survival. Honestly, for a while, I even forgot that we were in an infected apocalypse. It's cool that there are always a huge number of builds that make our survival as interesting as possible. First the Eiffel Tower, then this. Very cool. A lot of interesting things on this map. I really love to travel by train and take a look at all these creations. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna make myself some armor because as you can see, we have a small problem. So first of all, I made myself an iron chestplate as well as a helmet. In addition to this, I disenchanted all the things and went closer to the pyramids. It turned out that you can even go inside them. I started with a smaller pyramid. A long descent down and oh, we're in a maze. There are some tunnels here, and I definitely got that this is a labyrinth. After surviving 100 days in a maze, I don't want to go back to them at all. I'm too tired of it. About 5 minutes in, I understood the principle by which I can go through this labyrinth. Okay guys, I have a tactic. What happens if I only walk on cracked bricks? Well, that should have been proven, folks. Okay, look how fast I went through this maze. Oh my god, what is that? So we have a center and 3 levers. This is some kind of dungeon? I'm actually in an infected apocalypse. And here's some pyramids. What? Okay guys, this is some real contrast. Be sure to write in the comments and like the video. By activating all 3 levers through the traps, I was finally able to activate the shulker box that appeared right in the middle of the room. Wow! A fiery axe allows you to get coal when cutting wood, an explorer's hat, and donuts of some sort. Guys, well, I'm Indiana Jones, the Tomb Raider. On day 39, I decided to go to the huge ancient pyramid. First of all, as you can see, the stairs were a lot larger. As I went downstairs, I saw signs on which some messages were written in the form of poems. A wanderer who came from a distant land, test your courage. Pass the trials, for evil will be punished by the glory of the cherished. The entrance will be open, very noticeable. The hidden treasure of that wanderer was waiting, but what was inside guarding it? Past 3 trials, the wall will disappear on the way. Oh man, guys, are these my builders? Did they write this? Not bad. Okay, 3 trials, as I understand, 3 options, and if we pass them, we can go through here. Solve the riddle, recreate the answer, open the passage, reveal the secrets. Well, that's the option I like the most. Let's go here. Apparently, the first trial is about some questions that we need to answer. Okay, I ended up in a room. What kind of monster appeared on the way of quietly resting tourists? Huggy Wuggy, Crab Monster, and Pita Man? Wait, look. That's my vacation photo. Obviously, it's the Crab Monster. And it worked! What was the Lego set bought in Malaysia? I get it. My team prepared questions for me about myself. So, well, I know, it's a bonsai tree. Naturally, this is true. I answered all these questions quite easily because they were all about my life and my last journey. Okay, guys, it's over. Nice. Here's a chest that has a living scythe, 3 diamonds, a blaze rod, and a golden crisp scarab. Can I eat it? Oh, okay. Okay, there's a button here. Let's press it. It was time for the second trial. It was a parkour test. At first, there was no parkour, and I calmly got there and pressed the button. But on the way back, I really needed to do some real parkour. Well, someone wasn't lucky. Luckily, I'm pretty good at parkour, so I passed the trial with flying colors. The third trial. They are very fond of labyrinths in these pyramids. It was another labyrinth, only 35 times larger, and with all sorts of traps that constantly shoot at you, with arrows, then fire, then poison. It is simply impossible to complete this labyrinth without falling for a single trap. This labyrinth is simply bullying me. It's a mockery of Zeman. Just how many times was I shot by poison? As a result, I went to do some parkour over the lava, and there it is. A treasure trove where I was able to press the final lever, as well as take some really interesting resources. The final trial. Oh look, the passage opened. What awaits us here? It's a huge pyramid. How did my team do it? I have no clue. What's that? Is that a boss? Oh my god, it's a boss! Oh my god, he's tossing me up so high! I have 1.5 HP! I have 1.5 HP! Oh my god, 1.5 HP! He's still spawning his... Come on, Zeman, you got this! 1.5 HP!
Nice!
Guys, it was so difficult to fight the boss when you have 1.5 HP. I don't know how I survived, but it happened and we're moving on.
Oh my god, friends, as I understand it, this is a tomb. Look, diamond blocks, iron slabs, and gold blocks. Awesome! Blessing of Tefnut. I don't know what that is. Let's take it. And a tamed eagle. Cool.
This is a special hoe because all the crop grows much faster on the soil that it plowed. And in our case, since we constantly move bases, we really need it. As well as a tamed eagle, which is gonna be a very cute and cool pet. After exploring the Egyptian pyramids, I discovered a lot of new things and decided to keep going. There was a difficult and long road ahead. Our adventure continued. Can you imagine how much we've already traveled and how many locations are still ahead of us? I spent the entire 41st day on the road. There was only a desert and canyons all around. And on the 42nd day, I finally made it to the second large-scale location in this survival, the Barren Sands. The Barren Sands is a desert location with a high level of difficulty because the so-called Baron rules this location and his people control everything around. And as you can understand, they of course will not be friendly. The location is huge, and in the next few days, we'll be able to explore it. First of all, my train reached some small, possibly destroyed station. I decided to stop there and see what could be inside.
Okay guys, what kind of building do we have here? Where did I even end up? Oh my god, who is that? 1 HP! 1 HP! Oh my god, I need to go hide.
At the time, I didn't even realize what had happened.
Oh my god, who are you guys? So okay, let's try to go inside. Oh, come on! Half HP! Half HP! Half HP! Oh my god!
These guys are definitely not infected. Half a heart!
Every bullet seems to be the last. Okay, I see another one.
But what scared me the most was that the artificial intelligence of these mobs was upgraded, as if my team had made it even smarter. On the first floor, I even managed to loot a couple of boxes with very good loot. For example, ammo for my gun.
Where are they shooting at me from?
For the rest of the evening, I fought them, and as a result, I was barely able to cope with them. The day was coming to an end, and I decided to rest and tomorrow try to figure out where I had gone. Morning. I wanted to devote the next few days to building my base. I decided to start on the second floor of this building. Then I got sand for my awesome panoramic view. After I made the window, I decided to make a small warehouse as well. We're going to spend a lot of time in this location, so I think a warehouse would be a great idea. On day 44, I made another window and also closed a couple of holes. I didn't need the whole second floor, so I separated with a kind of fence. I also made a few doors and surrounded it all with barbed wire. There's definitely going to be a problem with food in this desert, so on day 46, on the roof, I decided to make my own farms. And it turned out to be as cool as this episode. Okay guys, thank you for watching and see you in the next episodes. Bye bye!